ABC Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Schaefer Insurance, The Rogers Company, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company, Emery Heating and Cooling, Surgeon Construction, B&B Body Shop and Towing, Bruner Land Company, The Farmers and Merchants Bank, Black Epperson Funeral Home, Bicon Services, WB Green Insurance, People's Bank, Doane Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Cambridge Place, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers.
And welcome in, sports fans, for the regional semifinals as the Meadowbrook Colts are here taking on the Warren Warriors at Southeastern High School in Chillicothe. I'm Cam Summers, with me, Mike Palaziak tonight, as we are really excited for this Sweet 16 matchup. Colts have had the number one seed road, but so have the Warriors. But it hasn't been all easy.
No, it really hasn't been easy for either team. I tell you what, Cam, once you get to this level, I mean, you've got to step your game up. It's just so much more intensity and excitement, as we witnessed earlier this evening in watching Columbus St. Francis de Sales down Unioto from right here in Chillicothe by a score of 40-37.
Yeah, we got to be here for the majority of that game, and what a game that was. 3-point game. It was the final. The Sales moving on in the energy in this building. We talked about it. We haven't seen this many fans all season because of the COVID restrictions. They're doing a fantastic job just being able to allow fans to come enjoy this game, and the stands are filling up quickly again for this one.
You know, this is awesome, and as a coach, this is what you remember about high school tournament basketball. I mean, just the intensity and enthusiasm. And, of course, with COVID kind of putting a damper on it a little bit so far to this point, they've kind of taken the top off of that a little bit, because we noticed with that first game tonight, there were a lot more fans in the stands than what we've seen so far this season.
Absolutely. We want to give a shout-out to our sponsors. For game is brought to you by Schaefer Insurance, Rogers Company, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company, Emery Heating and Cooling, Surgeon Construction, B&B Body Shop and Towing, Bicon Services, WB Green Insurance, People's Bank, Muskingum Valley Health Center, and Cambridge Place. So big thank you to all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring this game to everyone on YRP TV, as well as 107.9, 98.5 Nash Icon. So lots of free ways to watch this game tonight. We are just excited about this. Before we hear from our sponsors, let's dive into some of the road to get here for some of these teams. Some of these teams have played multiple tournament games. Meadowbrook playing one more tournament game than Warren. So the last 7 games for Meadowbrook, you guys are going to see, if you're watching live, you're going to see pop up on your screen here. The last one was versus Cambridge. They won that one by a score of 45-26. Versus New Philly, 59-42. St. Clairsville, 70-47. Riverview, 68-54. And that was tournament games. As far as the last season games, they beat Zanesville, Garaway, and Morgan, respectively, to end on a They've won their last 7 games, Mike, and some. I believe they're up to a 15 or 16 game winning streak up to this point.
You know, 23-2 overall. Their 2 losses coming to Union Local, 56-48. That was around Christmas time. The only time they really got beat soundly was against the Sheridan Generals, where they lost 65-44. But other than that, you could just see this team has been building as the season's progressed, and I really feel like right now, as you as a coach hope, that they're playing their best basketball.
Yeah, I mean, they have played fantastic basketball for the tournament, at least. They've beat everyone pretty soundly. New Philly, 17-point game, was a little bit closer than the scoreboard might lead.
Exactly. It was a game that, you know, they kind of got their momentum going. New Philly got a little bit of foul trouble towards the end of the game. And to Meadowbrook's credit, that was the game that I think they were only, if I remember right, 4 out of 14 from the free throw line the first half, which was kind of, the Achilles heel. But the second half with the game on the line, they were 14 out of 16, which, again, good teams do when the game is on the line.
Oh, yeah. And one guy specifically for the Colts that was knocking down free throws that night, Jake Singleton. He is up near 90% free throw shooting. I believe he's right at about 89% on the season for free throw shooting percentage. And he's the leading scorer as well, averaging over 20 points a game. So when your leading scorer also has the ability to go to the line, knock them down in clutch situations, ice in his veins, I mean, that's just so clutch for the Colts.
And we'll talk about some of these stats as we proceed through the game here this evening. But just looking at what impresses me is how well balanced they are.
Yes.
I mean, like you said, Jake Singleton comes in leading scorer at 20.4. You've also got Davis Singleton, the 6'3 senior, 12.6, and Jerome Todd at 11.3. And then you go to field goal shooting percentages, and all 5 of their starters are at 49.4% or better, which is just unbelievable. They all shoot free throws very well, and they all shoot the three. They can beat you off the dribble. They can shoot it from the perimeter. They're just a very well-balanced team. And what impresses me the most about them through this tournament run is the way they play defense.
Well, and that's why they're here. Their defense turns into offense, which leads to high percentage shots. So really, Meadowbrook coming in, clicking on all cylinders. However, on the other side, we're going to see the Warren Warriors. Their last 7 games started. Their last one was against Waverly. They won that one 70-55. Against New Lex, they won 58-49. Washington Courthouse 67-19. Talk about a throttling. And then Dover was their last loss, but that was the last regular season game for them. They beat Morgan, Cambridge by 3 points, and then they beat Logan. So some tough games, and Dover definitely a very tough matchup for any team. But just looking at their last 7 games, they haven't had it easy. They've played tough teams all the way through the tournament, all the way leading up to Cambridge. Obviously, the Colts just beat them. They're no slouch. And so.
And they also beat New Philly twice during the season, 56-48, 54-37, which were similar scores to what the Colts had against them. And also they have 2 wins against Cambridge this year by scores of 48-45. And so, if you just look at the teams and comparative scores, which sometimes are deceiving. So, if you just look at the teams and comparative scores, which sometimes are deceiving, basketball teams here tonight.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too. And if you're watching on YRP, now you're getting a live shot of our MVHC floor cam. Big thanks to MVHC for sponsoring our floor cam, and a big thanks to John Clark running our floor cam tonight, coming all the way here to Chillicothe with us. We've got a great crew here with us tonight, making all this possible for you on YRP TV on YouTube and on Facebook, as well as 107.9, 98.5 Nash Icon. We're going to step aside for just a few minutes so we can get a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back after this break.
For all investors, past results do not guarantee future performance.
Want to dominate the stock market in 2021? Looking for higher profit potential? With the COVID vaccines, a shifting political landscape, and a new year, it's virtually impossible to guess what will happen next. With Vantage Point, you don't have to. Text MONEY to 411-411 to find out how our technology can forecast market trends up to 3 days in advance with incredible accuracy. Text MONEY to 411-411 to find moves before they happen. Vantage Point's patented technology analyzes huge quantities of global data in seconds. Text MONEY to 411-411 to find out how. Make 2021 your year. Start predicting trends 72 hours in advance and maximize your gains. Text MONEY to 411. Capital now. Wait, text MONEY.
Software.com for terms, conditions, and privacy policy.
Have you wanted to speak a new language, but thought it would be too difficult? Then try Babbel. Babbel starts by teaching you words and phrases that gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations. So in 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking a new language in a few weeks. Babbel is built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com today. That's BABBEL.com.
Those big wireless companies try to lure you in with a new phone just a lot. Simple Mobile. If you have a great smartphone you love, you can get a powerful nationwide 5G network without the contract. Just text the word BYOP to 611611 to see if your phone's compatible. Simple Mobile. Out with the old, in with the simple. Message and data rates may apply. Visit simplemobile.com/privacy policy for privacy policy and the terms and conditions at simplemobile.com/terms and conditions. Compatible 5G capable device and SIM required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. 5G network not available in all areas. 5G upload speeds not yet available.
Black Epperson Funeral Homes want to thank the Meadowbrook Colts for another great season. Good luck in tonight's game and beyond. Black Epperson Funeral Homes, Byesville and Senecaville. Proud to support our local athletes.
MVHC Urgent Care is for everyone in Guernsey County. You do not have to be an MVHC patient to receive care in the new state-of-the-art medical facility located at 1330 Clark Street in Cambridge. MVHC Urgent Care is open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday 1 to 5. There's no appointment needed, so simply walk into MVHC Urgent Care and get health care without the wait.
The Rogers Company congratulates the Meadowbrook Colts team on a great season. The team at Rogers Company works hard, too, to earn your business. They inspect, install, and repair all makes and all models of furnaces, humidifiers, and air purifiers. Don't be left out in the cold. Give them a call at 740-685-8677.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized fair. Been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-13.
And we are back here at Southeastern High School in Chillicothe. Cam Summers here with Mike Plaziak, getting ready for the regional semifinal, the Sweet 16 between the Meadowbrook Colts and the Warren Warriors. And Mike, we went through the road it took these teams to get here. Now let's talk a little bit more about each team individually. Starting with the Colts, you look across the board. We mentioned it a few minutes ago. They've got guys that can spread the floor from 1 through 5.
They've got great balance, Cam. And I tell you what, all 5 starters have the ability to shoot the 3. Of course, I know everybody can shoot the 3, but they shoot it at dribble. They pass the ball well, and that's the thing. They've got great team chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
And you can just tell by watching them play on the floor that they don't care who scores, who gets the assist, who gets the rebound. They just want to be successful.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll pass up a wide-open shot to get a teammate a better shot.
Yeah. The lack of selfishness on this team is something that is quite remarkable. It's something that I've not quite seen out of a high school team before. It's something special. And the fact that Coach Tolsda has been able to instill that in his team, in his players, that is just something that is, that's phenomenal.
It is, and I tell you what, then at the other end of the floor, they are as intense defensively. The last team I think I saw that intense defensively was John Glenn the year that they won the state basketball tournament. I was so impressed with the way they play defense. Well, this Colt defense is very similar to that.
They are, and when you think about it, their length, their athleticism, their speed, the 2 guards that cause all kinds of havoc were 2 very good cornerbacks, senior Jerome Todd, senior Jonah McCall. They cause all kinds of havoc on the football field, and that transitions well. Their ability to recognize a play and jump passing lanes has resulted in quite a few steals, quite a few points.
Exactly. I think that's going to be a big key here tonight because Colts are going to have to get some baskets in transition. And, of course, some of those may come off of their defense. So I think for them to be successful tonight, they've got to get some cheap baskets, some breakaway baskets.
Absolutely.
Baskets in transition.
And we had our very own Bill Kassler here. He's reporting for us. He talked to both coaches before the game, and both coaches, had some concerns. The Warren Warriors head coach, Coach Blaine Maddox, said that they've got to be able to find a way to score. He knows how tough it is against this Meadowbrook team. They're going to be looking up the floor, trying to push it. The Colts are, that is. The Warriors have excellent size with 4 of their starters over 6 foot tall. Actually, 4 of their starters 6'2" or taller. So we'll get to the starters here in just a second. But my goodness, a lot of size here for this Warren Warriors team.
You know, the Colts face similar size disadvantage against New Philly 2 games ago.
Yeah.
And they out-rebounded the Quakers by 12 rebounds that night.
And St. Clairsville.
Yes, and just because of intensity, and they do things fundamentally so well as far as getting their body in position. And that's going to be a big key, I think, for the Colts here again tonight. They've got to hold their own on the boards.
Yeah, I mean, that's something they've done very well. They attack the ball. They know where the ball's going to go before it even goes there. You know, it ricochets. They're very good at anticipating where the ball's going to be on passes, on rebounds, on all sorts of things like that. And Coach Toll said that they've got to find a way to control the tempo. They got to make sure that they control the tempo of this game. They don't want the Warriors to control the tempo, because as soon as the Warriors control the tempo, Colts could get in trouble.
I had a chance to see Warren earlier this year when they played at Caldwell. And, of course, one thing they hurt the Redskins with that night was they got a lot of second and third opportunities off the offensive glass. And I think for the Colts to be successful tonight, they've got to limit those opportunities.
Yeah, one and done is the motto the Colts are going to have tonight.
That's a good thing for the Colts, exactly.
So now let's take a look at our starting lineups for both teams tonight, as we're going to throw those up on the screen for you if you're watching on YRP TV. For the Colts, 00, junior Drew Webster. Number 1, senior Jerome Todd. Number 2, senior Jonah McCall. Number 3, junior Jake Singleton. Number 10, senior Davis Singleton. And for the Warriors, we're going to see number 2, Kurt Taylor, the senior. Number 5, Jake Baumgard, the senior. 15, Joel Chevalier, the senior. Braden Sully, the junior, number 25. Seth Dennis, the senior, number 30. And both teams coming in with very good records. Colts are 23-2, and 19-3 are the Warriors. And 2 of the Warriors' losses, we mentioned, come to Dover. So I don't want to say no loss is a good loss, but not a bad loss.
No, the teams that these 2 teams have lost to during the regular season are all quality teams. And, you know, when you get to this level of competition and on down the tournament trail, you know you're going to face a quality opponent.
Oh, absolutely.
And I just hope we have a similar type game that we had the first one we got a chance to watch here tonight, because that was exciting.
Oh, this place was rocking for that first game between Columbus, Francis DeSales, and Noto. I've struggled with that name all night. Francis DeSales moves on. The winner of this game will take on Francis DeSales on Saturday at 3 p.m., same location. So it'll be interesting to see which one of these teams come out on top. We're going to step aside for just a couple more minutes, get a quick word from our sponsors, and we will be right back after this.
Bicon Services has helped energy and manufacturing companies around the world compete in the global market for over 50 years. One of the keys to their success and growth is their strong divisions: construction, electrical, manufacturing, and commercial building. These divisions function as specialized business units and more powerfully when combined to provide quality turnkey solutions. Bicon has the experience to meet requirements and schedules for projects great and small. Bicon Services will make it safely happen. Bicon would like to congratulate the Meadowbrook Colts on a great season and good luck in tonight's game.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
The banking world is forever changing, and that's why here at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, our customers can choose how they want to bank. Hi, this is Cindy Young. We know our online banking and mobile app makes it convenient to do your banking when you know you can come to our bank where we know your name and provide great customer service. That's our commitment at the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the square in Caldwell. We appreciate our customers. Member FDIC.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our reliable #1 selling tractors are designed for easy operation and feature enormous matched attachments needed to tackle any job. Right now, get 0 down and 0% APR for 60 months plus save up to $1,000. Now through March 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit a Lashley Tractor location near you or visit LashleyTractor.com or call 1-800-LASHLEY.
Looking to buy land? Do you want 5 acres or more? Say up to 50 acres? Bruner Land Company off I-77 Vocational Road, Byesville has land for sale. Buy acreage in Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, and Indiana. Financing for buyers. When it's land you want to buy, it's Bruner Land Company you should call. Bruner Land Company, Byesville, off I-77. Give them a call at 685-3064 or go to BrunerLand.com.
And welcome back. Cam Summers here with Mike Plaziak for the regional semifinal between the Meadowbrook Colts and the Warren Warriors here at Southeastern High School in Chillicothe. Great facilities here.
This is beautiful. It's the first time I've been down here to this high school, and of course it sits out of nowhere. But man, once you get in here, beautiful facility. Of course, for those listeners and viewers back home, they're very familiar with the fact that normally come regional time, we're headed to the Convocation Center in Athens.
Yes.
Down at OU. And unfortunately, because COVID and everything's going on, they were not able to hold the regional down there this year. But what a nice facility this is here at Southeastern High School.
Yeah, fantastic facilities, as all the regional games are being played at fantastic facilities since not just OU, but all of the state universities have decided not to allow high school sports to take place. So that's why the University of Dayton this year is going to be hosting the state semifinal and the state final for high school basketball. So little tidbit of information, if you guys listening and watching at home didn't know, why are we not at OU? Why is it not at Ohio State for the championship? Well, that's why.
And you mentioned this facility. Well, for both these teams here tonight, this is their first actual away game during their tournament run, because both of these teams were #1 seeds in their respective districts. And, of course, Meadowbrook got to play all 4 of their tournament games at the Corral in Byesville, and Warren played their 3 tournament games down in Vincent, Ohio. So this is the actual first away game for both of these teams.
That's a good statistic thrown in there by Mike. You said it, both teams kind of riding that home cooking, you might say.
And regardless of what you say, you always feel better shooting the basketball when you're at home. You're so familiar with the surroundings. So it'll be interesting to see maybe if that benefits one team or the other here this evening, the fact that they are now on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. But on the bright side for both teams, the other team's going to have the same issue.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't favor anybody at all. And we talked earlier, the first game tonight with the Columbus St. Francis de Sales and Unioto, it might have been a little bit of an advantage for Unioto because Southeastern is in the same conference with them. So they evidently have played here on this court at least once during the season, but it wasn't quite enough an advantage for them to defeat the Sales in the first game.
We also want to give a shout out to our sponsors once again. This pregame is brought to you by Schaefer Insurance, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company, Surgic Construction, Bicon Services, People's Bank, and Cambridge Place. This is that are allowing us to put this game on completely free of charge, and you can advertise your business on AVC Communications. Just give Ray Shriver or Sarah Irvin a call at 740-432-5605. Our sales team is fantastic. Really got to give them a shout out for hitting the phones, hitting the emails, getting everything put together so that we could come and bring this to you free of charge on YRP TV and 107.9, 98.5 Nash Icon. So just a big thanks to our sponsors, big thanks to our sales team, and everyone here working the game tonight. So any thought of how this one might turn out, Mike?
You know what? It's a great unknown, actually. I look for a very closely contested basketball game. If you look at those that paid attention to the starting lineups, out of the 10 starters, 7 of them are seniors. So both of these teams come in here very experienced, with a lot of upperclassmen. Of course, the other 3 non-seniors are juniors. So a lot of experience here. The Colts will come off the bench basically with a senior and a junior, Malachi Phillips, a junior, along with Tyler Lacey, a senior. So a lot of experience and maybe some unfinished business, too, tonight for Coach Tolsda and his Colts, because for those remember, this is the anniversary of when things shut down on the 11th of March 1 year ago, and that was a Wednesday. The following day, the Colts would have played in the regional at Athens.
Yeah.
Of course, they weren't able to do that. So I'm tickled to get to death for those kids and the fans and the school and the coaching staff that they were able to follow through and get back to the regional level this year.
And I can't tell you how many times I've heard Coach Tolsda say, if anyone deserves it, it's these kids.
They've hung in there. I tell you what, and I'm sure this was one of their goals. And I'm not sure this wasn't the only goal that they had beyond this, because after having seen DeSales, I think they definitely have an opportunity, playing the way they're capable of playing, to advance to Dayton.
I think that the way that they're playing, if they keep it up, they got a very good chance. But you can't count out Warren either.
2 good teams. As we said, you've eliminated all the also-rans when you get to this point. All the teams at the regional level are quality basketball teams.
So we're going to step aside one more time before tip. When we come back, we'll see. Can Meadowbrook keep rolling through the tournament, or will the Warriors stop them in their tracks? Don't go anywhere.
At Emery Heating and Cooling, one call gets it all. They provide comprehensive heating, cooling, and air quality services, including friendly, and provides the results that you would expect from your high-quality HVAC system. So don't deal with a bunch of techs. Deal with the local expert in the field, Ed Emery and Emery Heating and Cooling. They also offer 24-hour services. Give them a call, 740-255-4837.
Feeding the world takes the work of a farmer. Patrons Buckeye Mutual, your local Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, tips our hat to those who help ensure that we can all eat tomorrow. We are proud to offer the coverage farmers need to keep growing. So we're taking a moment to say thank you for planning our future. Trust in farming. Trust in Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Trust in tomorrow. Contact your Patrons Buckeye agent today at 638-3604. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
At B&B Body Shop and Towing, camera takes a picture of your vehicle's paint and provides us with the absolute closest color match possible. At B&B Body Shop and Towing, vehicle estimates are available without ever having to leave your driveway since 1978. Attention AAA members, this is Travis with B&B Body Shop and Towing. And now when you need a car towed, you can call us direct at 740-439-3483.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
Strike 3, you're out!
Pitchers can throw perfect games. Bowlers can bowl perfect games. But there's no such thing as a perfect church. Churches are made up of imperfect people. People who have had their hearts broken and their dreams shattered. Church is for people who need hope, who need forgiveness, and who need to learn to forgive. Church is for people like you and me. Join us at Stop 9 Church of Christ, 9:30 Sunday morning. The imperfect church where you can find God's perfect love. And celebrate the victory God.
And welcome back to Southeastern High School in Chillicothe, where the Meadowbrook Colts are taking on the Warren Warriors in the regional semifinal, the Sweet 16. I'm Cam Summers, with me Mike Plaziak, your watching or listening on YRP-TV on YouTube and Facebook, and 107.9, 98.5 Nash Icon. So we're getting ready to have the starting lineups announced. We got a little sneak peek of who the starters were going to be, though, for fans out there listening and watching. So that's something that we can kind of dive into a little bit more now. So Meadowbrook Colts, not a single starter under 6 foot tall. You got 3 6-foot guards, a 6'2" forward, and a 6'3" forward.
There's only actually one starter on either side. It's under 6 foot, and that's 5'11".
Yeah.
So both teams possessing good size. I think the quickness advantage is going to go to the Colts. And again, I think they have to create some things defensively where they can get some breakouts and get some points in transition.
Absolutely. We also want to give a shout out to our Muskingum Valley Health Center floor cam and scoreboard cam. So big thanks to MVHC for sponsoring those. Now, like you said, on the Warriors, size doesn't always mean speed. So you're Jake Baumgard, but these guys are all guys that played, not all of them, but most of them played football. I remember calling the game between John Glenn and Warren in the football playoff. These guys are not just big, they are athletic.
They've got some guys look like football players, and of course, the Colts also had 3 of their starters on that regional football team that had so much success this year. So both these teams used to big games. Both these teams used to these circumstances right here, the surroundings. So you're bound to have a little bit of nerves early on, but I think both these teams will settle down and we'll see a good basketball game here tonight.
Yeah. And both student sections showing out well tonight. Both schools should be very proud of the crowd that they have brought based on the regulations. I'm sure every ticket that could be sold was sold. I saw people begging for tickets to this game online today.
And I'm glad for the students' sake that they're able to be here because it's a big part of it.
So now, as we're getting ready to tip, we're going to see Braden Sally and Davis Singleton jumping for this one as the Sweet 16 between the Meadowbrook Colts and the Warren Warriors is just about underway. And here we go. Warren controls the tip. Quick pace up top, Chevalier.
Colts start out their normal man-to-man defense.
Todd guarding Dennis. Now on the wing, Kurt Taylor guarded by Jake Singleton. Picks up his dribble, looks inside. Help defense there. Offensive rebound though, Braden Salih. Tough shot, no good. Knocked out of bounds by Jake Singleton. Warriors are going to have the ball. Good call there by the officials. They came together to make sure they made the correct call. And when you're not sure, best thing to do.
And you know these are quality officials because they've been voted on by the coaches to allow them to referee at this level.
And now swinging it around up top, Chevalier has it. Gets it to Dennis in the corner. He's guarded by Todd. Dennis brings it back up top, gets it over to Salih. Over to Taylor. Pump fake and drive by Dennis. 2 points. Seth Dennis, tough floating finish, 2-0. But here comes Davis Singleton quickly the other way. He drives baseline, a lot of contact kicks. Jerome Todd, Drew Webster right wing. McCall now left wing over to Jake Singleton, drives baseline. He's going to be fouled by Joel Chevalier. And we saw Warren be very physical when Davis was driving, no call. And we see there a hand check.
Yeah, and probably not as much contact as we had down to the other end.
As Webster now gets the inbound pass up top, Todd. As Todd slows it up, gets to Webster. Jake Singleton thought about a three, takes a dribble to the left, shoots. No good off the back of the rim. Davis Singleton, the offensive rebound. Back to Webster up top. Now Todd, guarded by Chevalier. Webster, pick and roll with Singleton, not there. Jake Singleton, 10-foot jumper, gets it to go. 2 points, Jake Singleton. Coming the other way now, Dennis. Gets his pocket picked, but he gets it back. Those quick hands of Jerome Todd showing up right there. Dennis now up top. Slowing it down. 6:09 left. 2-2 your score here in the first. Chevalier guarded by McCall. Dennis takes a three. Short. McCall dives on the floor, gets the rebound. Outlets to Webster. Now here comes Davis Singleton. Crossover to McCall, who drives, kicks. Todd behind the back, nearly loses it. Floater from 15, rolls around, no good. Rebound, Sally. And Dennis now coming the other way. Todd picks him up, trying to get it inside. Jump in the passing lane was Jake Singleton. Knocks it out of bounds. Couldn't save it, but good hustle.
The Warriors not having any success so far penetrating that tight Meadowbrook Colt man-to-man defense.
And that's something that their coach was concerned about, finding a way to score. As Jerome Todd almost comes away with a steal, Dennis gets it. Fouled going up for two. He's going to the line. He's going to shoot two.
I think that was probably going to go against Davis Singleton.
Nearly a phenomenal play by Jerome Todd. Kurt Taylor was able to come down with it.
Taylor just kind of threw it back into the front court. I think he was worried about a backcourt violation, which it wouldn't have been because it's tapped in the backcourt.
First free throw up and nothing but net. 3-2 your score. 5:26 left in the first. And second one up and good. All 4 points for the Warriors scored by Seth Dennis. We're talking about size. The one guy under 6 foot has all 4 points.
Dennis was the leading scorer for the Warriors in their district final win against Waverly. He had 21.
As Webster drives left, goes up, shot blocked, and not being able to establish himself back in bounds before touching it was Kurt Taylor. So good call there by the officiating.
Kind of a late whistle right there, but they evidently felt that the Warrior defender went straight up. No contact on this shot there.
Inbound to McCall. Corner knocked out of bounds by Sally, 6'4" junior. As they tried the All-American play there to get Jake Singleton an open three. So Davis Singleton now to inbound. Sally guarding. Throw it into the backcourt for Webster. 5 minutes left in the first. As McCall gets it, left wing. Guarded by Taylor. Nice pump fake. Another pump fake at the corner. 2 points. Jonah McCall. Nice use of the ball fake 2 times there to get his defender off balance and then in the air to knock down the bucket.
I think that's a good sign for the Colts. He started off there with a hoop in the lane.
Now the Warriors. Up top, Taylor. Gets it to Dennis. Inside, Bumgard. 3-point attempt here is knocked down. Joel Chevalier.
Came off the screen that time and it was wide open, able to knock down that 3-point shot.
That's something the Colts have not given up many of, is wide open shots here in this tournament. As McCall now, right side. Crossover, goes baseline reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Kurt Taylor. Nice move, just couldn't finish. Taylor now has it, up top, Chevalier. Dennis, right wing, guarded by Todd. As Bumgard coming up to set a screen, we're going to get Chevalier here in the left corner now. As 2 men go to Dennis, wide open, Kurt Taylor for 2.
Little miscommunication that time by the Colts defensively. Left a man wide open underneath the basket.
9-4 the score. 3:30 left in the first. Davis Singleton on the right wing, driving. Pocket pick, steal by Dennis. Coming the other way, quickly, all the way to the hoop, coast to coast. No one stops the ball, and that's going to cause Coach Tolsta to take a timeout. 11-4, Warriors on top of the Colts, and they are not letting up.
They really aren't.
We're going to step aside with this timeout. We will be right back after these messages.
Surgeon Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch, and we are committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgeon.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgeon Construction. We'll take it from here.
Choose People's Bank. They believe in
working together.
They are the bank that works with you on
building success.
Proud to support our area schools and communities. That's
People's Bank. At People's Bank, we value your success as much as you do. As a local bank, we work alongside you, providing the right tools to help you build your financial future. People's Bank, working together, building success.
And welcome back. Colts coming out of the timeout with the ball. Jerome Todd bringing it down, picked up by Dennis. Driving left, kicks to Webster on the left wing. Now McCall in the corner. Webster, pick and pop, gets it over to Davis Singleton. And good defense here by the Warriors to this point. As McCall has it back up top. Has a nice crossover kick. Jerome Todd, three-point look. Front of the rim, no good. Jake Singleton, offensive rebound. They're going to say knocked out of bounds by the Warriors. And that's a tough call. Fans don't like it. But from where he was, he had the absolute best view possible.
He did. I tell you what, that was a good job defensively by, I think that was number 25, Braden Siley. Trying to keep that ball alive for the Warriors.
McCall now has it tipped. Jake Singleton, corner three, splash! Much needed basket.
I was going to say the Colts needed that big time.
11-7, 2:30 left in the first.
We've seen a couple defensive miscommunications by the Colts the last two times down, which is very rare for them.
Chevalier gets it up top to Sally. Back to Dennis. Taylor now guarded by McCall. Chevalier on the cross-court pass. Tough floater, gets it to go. So that's 5 points for Chevalier here in the first.
You're right, that wasn't bad defense. That was good offense.
This game, a lot higher scoring than the one previous to this one. 13-7, 2 minutes left. McCall in the corner. Singleton gets it over to Todd. Webster, stop and pop three. Bank is open late. Three-pointer by Webster.
It all counts the same.
Dennis now guarded by Todd. Over to Sally. Sally drives, kicks. Taylor back to Dennis. Good rotation there by the Colts. Tough shot. They're going to call a foul as Dennis just willed his way to the basket there. And that one's on Jake Singleton, his first foul. Just the third foul by combined between the teams tonight. First free throw is up and good. 7 points from Dennis in this first quarter.
Here comes our first substitution of the night, and that's number 24. That's Josh Wells, a 6'3" senior.
And Dennis Petty also checking into the game. Second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound and put back by Sally, no good. Jerome Todd comes down with the rebound, bringing it the other way. As he drives, kicks to Webster. Now McCall. Inside, Davis Singleton, good position down low. Kicks it back out to Jake. Todd now. Driving right, gets past his man. Easy layup, 2 points, Jerome Todd. As Dennis coming the other way. That's one thing about these Colts. They don't substitute often, so their guys are in great shape. 32, Petty. Swings it over. Good defense on Dennis that time by Jake Singleton. Dennis brings it all the way back up to half court.
Coach Blaine Maddox, the veteran head coach for the Warriors, wanting play number 3. We're going to find out what that is. It looks like they're going to run a little triangle delay out on top. Probably going to try to run this down and take the last shot of the first quarter.
22 seconds left, 14-12. The Warriors lead. As Todd on Dennis, 15 seconds. As Dennis is just content waiting near half court. as you hear the coach yell, go, and Dennis goes and dribbles it, somehow gets it inside. 2 points as time expires. That's going to be 24, Josh Welch. And my goodness, what looked like turned into a bucket. That does it for one. 16-12 your score. We'll be right back after this 1-minute timeout.
Have you wanted to speak a new language?
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance as you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent, company that stands behind them, have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Schaefer Insurance on Wheeling Avenue today in downtown Cambridge.
Cambridge Place, located on Deer Path Drive in Cambridge, would like to congratulate the Meadowbrook Colts basketball team for making it to the regionals. Cambridge Place offers both assisted living and memory care, so your loved one has every opportunity to keep active, stay involved, and age gracefully. Cambridge Place has chefs that prepare 3 made-from-scratch meals daily, and snacks and beverages are available as desired. Various size apartments are available, along with a walkout patio. Call Cambridge Place today at 740-2...
And we are back here at Southeastern High School, home of the Panthers for the regional semifinal. Colts have the ball to start the second quarter. Down 4. McCall on the right wing. Up top, Webster. 2-pointer. Off the back of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Knocked around. They're going to say out of bounds off of the Colts. Warriors will get possession.
You know, we talked about the key to the Colts. One of the keys for the Colts tonight was trying to create some things defensively. Well, the Warriors didn't have any turnovers in the first quarter, and the Colts themselves only had 1. But I still think that they're going to have to create some turnovers defensively and get some cheap baskets. Both these teams playing very good man-to-man defense here in the early going.
And the Warriors doing a fantastic job on Davis Singleton, not in the scoring column for the second game in a row in the first quarter. As Dennis now up top, gets it over to Chevalier. Back to Dennis up top, guarded by Todd. Sally trying to set a screen. Good defense by the Colts here, as backing it out is Dennis. He gets it over to Petty. Chevalier dribbles it across. Petty, jab step. Tries to find the roller, gets it over to Dennis. As we are now at the 7-minute mark. 16-12 still the score in the second. Up top, Chevalier. Guarded by Webster. Back to Dennis. Colts very content, just playing good defense. Chevalier drives on Webster. Tough defensive play, turnover. Steal coming the other way. McCall driving all the way. 2 points. Jonah McCall off the steal by Jake Singleton. As coming the other way, not getting back on defense quickly enough as Sally gets 2. And that's what you don't want. You get a turnover and a bucket, you don't want to give up a quick bucket.
You know, and that's one thing we said that they needed to do is create some turnovers. They finally did and got an easy layup out of it, but didn't hustle back and gave it up right back to the Warriors at the other end.
As another hand check on the Warriors, that's going to be on Josh Welch, his first foul. And so 2 fouls on each team. Pretty cleanly played game up into this point.
Couple substitutions again for the Warriors. The Colts still are with their starting 5 on the floor. They have yet to substitute.
As Webster goes into the backcourt for this one, as he'll bring it up. Gets it to McCall. To Jake Singleton, back to Webster. Todd up top. Driving left, kicking to Davis. Now Webster to the curling Todd, who drives. Kicks it out to Jake Singleton. Now McCall takes a 2 in and out from the top of the key. Sally the rebound coming the other way. Dennis. Screen there by Bumgard. Trying to get it inside are the Warriors, unable to As Chevalier back up top over to Taylor. As Bumgard trying to get it. Kurt Taylor, three-pointer, no good. Almost an air ball. Rebound by Jerome Todd. Jake Singleton the other way. Spin move, stop and pop. Three. Off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound to Singleton. Two-pointer, no good. Taylor the rebound. Outlet to Dennis. And they're pushing. They got numbers. Good defense. Good job getting back there by David Singleton, knocking it out of bounds.
Colts showing just a little bit of frustration right now. I notice it in Jake Singleton's attitudes. They need to forget about that. They're only down 4. I know they've not played their best basketball at this point, but we got a long way to go.
Tyler Lacey checks in for Drew Webster here. And this is something that the Warriors were worried about, finding a way to score.
I tell you what, both teams shot extremely well in the first quarter. The Colts were 5 out of 10. The Warriors 6 out of 9.
Dennis now on the right wing. Under 5 now, 18-14 the score. As McCall gambles, tough shot from Sally, no good. Good box out, Davis Singleton, as he comes down with the rebound. Now the other way, McCall. Driving left, stopping. Back to Jerome Todd. Thought about a three, decided against it. Kicks it to McCall, left corner. Back up top, Todd. And Lacey has it now. Jake Singleton, deep three-pointer, short, rebound, Sally. And Jake Singleton struggling from the field so far.
Again, he's a leading scorer for the Colts with just a little over 20 points per game.
As up top, Chevalier, guarded by Singleton. Sally, guarded by Lacey. And a foul called on Lacey as a hand check up top. That's going to be the first foul on the senior. And he's going to check out as Webster comes back into the game. And let's see, Josh Welch into the game for the Warriors. Taylor to inbound it, gets it to Chevalier up top, over to Welch. Backdoor Taylor, shot blocked, but a foul. That's 2 on Jake Singleton.
I mean, nice little back screen on the other side, kind of like a flex cut, and Jake was unable to beat him to the spot there. The Warriors so far 3 out of 4 from the charity stripe.
Up and good.
4 out of 5. The Colts have yet to shoot a free throw here with 3:56 to go in the second quarter.
As the second free throw up. Back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Welch, and they're going to call a foul. He's going to the line for 2. That's an interesting call on Davis Singleton as he was backpedaling as Welch was just trying to be a wrecking ball, running people over. They're going to call the foul on Davis Singleton, though.
The advantage goes to Welch there. That's also 2 on Davis Singleton.
First one up and good from Welch.
So the Colts getting in just a little bit of foul trouble here in the early goings.
Second one up and good. 4 points for Welch. 3:50 left. 7-point ball game, 21-14 the score. Colts are trailing the Warriors of Warren.
Largest lead of the evening here for the Warriors at 7.
As Davis Singleton back up top, Todd. Over to McCall. Todd up top, jab step, kicks. Davis Singleton, left corner 3, air ball. As Dennis comes the other way, he goes up, blocked. That's going to be blocked by Jerome Todd, out of bounds. As good job by Todd not picking up a foul.
Had him on the side, so one was unable to get in front where he could maybe draw the charge, but good job not fouling the shooter that time.
Inbound, trying to get it inside to Bumgard, not there. McCall comes away with the steal. As he brings it down, guarded by Dennis. Now, Jerome Todd, screened by Davis Singleton. Davis Singleton gets it, 18-foot, as he gets it to McCall, stolen away by Dennis, as he's got the lane all the way, blown layup. He had help behind him. Welsh, offensive rebound, no good. McCall comes away with it, and he's going to be undercut and fouled by Kurt Taylor.
Boy, big break that time by the Colts because the Warriors had 2 point-blank opportunities at the bucket, unable to get them both to go.
A 30-second timeout by the Colts. With that 30-second timeout, we will also take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back after this.
Black Epperson Funeral Homes want to thank the Meadowbrook Colts for another great season. Good luck in tonight's game and beyond. Black Epperson Funeral Homes, Byesville and Senecaville. Our local athletes.
The Rogers Company congratulates the Meadowbrook Colts team on a great season. The team at Rogers Company works hard, too, to earn your business. They inspect, install, and repair all makes and all models of furnaces, humidifiers, and air purifiers. Don't be left out in the cold. Give them a call at 740-68...
Back to Southeastern High School. Cam Summers here with Mike Plaziak. You're watching on YRP TV, YouTube, or Facebook, or perhaps you're on yourradioplace.com. Anyway you're watching, we appreciate you tuning in. Maybe you're listening on 107.9, 98.5 Nash Icon. We appreciate you listening. Colts have the ball down 7 with 2:50 left. Jake Singleton brings it down the court. Three-pointer, airballed, rebound, Malachi Phillips, no good. Dennis comes away with the rebound. He lost his dribble. Taylor comes back to help. And right now the Colts can't buy a bucket, and they're not taking fantastic shots either.
No, just a little impatient. They're showing a little signs of frustration right now. They just need to pull this back together, maybe cut into this lead a little bit. There's a big steal.
Big steal by Malachi Phillips as he comes off the bench. Instant spark as he has the ball in the left corner now. Picks up his dribble, gets it up top. Webster, dangerous pass, able to corral it. As Jake Singleton gets it. Malachi Phillips up top. And that's going to be knocked off of McCall's foot, out of bounds. Good defensive play there by Kurt Taylor. As Malachi Phillips is going to come out of the game, Jerome Todd back in.
That was a good call by the official because we had a real good view of it from here, and it did come off of McCall's foot.
2:02 left in the second. Dennis now has the ball.
Cam, the shooting for both teams has really cooled down tremendously here in the second quarter.
As kicked into the student section, turnover Warren. As had Kurt Taylor open, just threw it over his head. Jerome Todd bringing it down now. And in a box set, the Colts screen and roll. Looking to get it inside of Davis Singleton as he's guarded by Dennis. Up top, McCall. Pump fake, kick. Jerome Todd left. 3. Splash!
Boy, the Colts needed that. Cut the lead down to 4 with 1:23 to go here in the second quarter.
Chevalier now over to Sally. Back to Chevalier up top. Minute 15. Dennis guarded by Jake Singleton. As taking it all the way out near half court. Chevalier now has it.
Looks like they're going to go to that triangle delay set out here on top, possibly trying to hold this ball for the last shot of the half. We're down to just inside 50 seconds to go. This is a set that they use at the end of the first quarter.
As Smith has it again, as he gets very close to that.
Yeah, I thought his heel was going to hit the half-court line.
Smith now guarded by Todd as he backs it back out. Chevalier. As back to Taylor. As they're just stalling at this point.
They're going to try to get it down and get the last shot here before the half.
And if they get the last shot, holding the Colts to 17 is quite the feat in the first half. Dennis drives. Has it no good. Rebound inside. Sally, 2-point bucket, no good. Jake Singleton, 3/4 court heave, no good. That Colts 17, Warriors 21. We're going to step aside for just a few minutes. When we come back, we'll have first half statistics and analysis going into the second half. We'll be right back after this.
Black Epperson Funeral Homes want to thank the Meadowbrook Colts for another great season. Good luck in tonight's game and beyond. Black Epperson Funeral Homes, Byesville and Senecaville. Proud to support our local athletes.
MVHC Urgent Care is for everyone in Guernsey County. You do not have to be an MVHC patient to receive care in the new state-of-the-art medical facility located at 1330 Clark Street in Cambridge. MVHC Urgent Care is open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday 1 to 5. There's no appointment needed, so simply walk into MVHC Urgent Care and get health care without the wait.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
The banking world is forever changing, and that's why here at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, our customers can choose how they want to bank. Hi, this is Cindy Young. We know our online banking and mobile app makes it convenient to do your banking whenever and wherever, but we also want you to know you can come to our bank where we know your name and provide great customer service. That's our commitment at the Farmers.
Heat pump, air conditioning, furnace installation, and repair. Ed Emery personally provides high-quality products that are both budget-friendly and provides the results that you would expect from your high-quality HVAC system. So don't deal with a bunch of techs. Deal with the local expert in the field, Ed Emery and Emery Heating and Cooling. They also offer 24-hour services. Give them a call, 740-255-4837.
Feeding the world takes the work of a farmer. Patrons Buckeye Mutual, your local Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, tips our hat to those who help ensure that we can all eat tomorrow. We are proud to offer the coverage farmers need to keep growing. So we're taking a moment to say thank you for planning our future. Trust in farming. Trust in Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Trust in tomorrow. Contact your Patrons Buckeye agent today at 638-3604. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
At B&B Body Shop and Towing, our state-of-the-art camera takes a picture of your vehicle's paint and provides us with the absolute closest color match possible. At B&B Body Shop and Towing, vehicle estimates are available without ever having to leave your drive or quit improving. We have been #1 in the area since 1978. Attention AAA members, this is Travis with B&B Body Shop and Towing. And now when you need a car towed, you can call us direct at 740-439-3483.
And we are back for halftime analysis of this Sweet 16 matchup between the Meadowbrook Colts and the Warren Warriors. I'm Cam Summers, here with me, Mike Plaziak, and 4-point game, but it didn't quite feel that close.
No, it really didn't. I tell you what, that was kind of a very slow-paced second quarter. Both teams showing patience offensively, and I tell you, neither team shot the ball well at all second quarter. The Warriors were only 1 out of 8 from the field, while the Colts were 2 out of 10, and both teams only scored 5 points in the second quarter. So somebody's going to have to find a little spark for the Colts to get this thing turned around here right now, because I think this is exactly what the Warriors wanted to see happen.
Or in the first quarter, and they found a way to control the tempo in the second.
And they've done it. Yeah, that tell you what, they are very, very patient offensively. And I look for the Colts to come out and maybe pick them up a little bit higher. They've allowed them to hold the ball out on top offensively. I look for them to put pick them up a little bit higher and put more pressure on the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to give a shout out to our sponsors real quick: Rogers Company, Emery Heating and Cooling, B&B Body Shop and Towing, WB Green Insurance, as well as Muskingum. Advertise your business with ABC Communications. Give Ray Shriver or Sarah Irvin a call at 740-432-5605. And, I mean, you said it. One thing that stands out to me in this first half is a big old goose egg next to big old number 10, Davis Singleton.
And he is really, I tell you, they have taken him completely away. He had a turnover early in the game where I really thought he tried to do too much offensively. I think tried to force the ball down into the inside. And, boy, I tell you what, they have taken him completely out of this basketball game, as well as his cousin, Jake Singleton. uncharacteristically shooting the ball poorly from the field. And the thing is not so much that they're shooting poorly. They're they're used to beating teams off the dribble, taking the ball the hole, creating space on the outside. Well, the Warriors there in the first half didn't allow the Colts to do that.
No, Warriors very good on ball defenders, and I mean, you said it, they took Davis Singleton out completely. The one time he had an open look, he wasn't able to connect, and he forced it a little bit. However, if I'm Coach Tolzda, if he wants to try to force it a little bit, I'm okay, because a lot of times he's too passive.
Yes. He needs to step it up. He needs to find his game here in the second half. And I said they just need to pick up the intensity a little bit at the defensive end. That's probably as passive as I've seen them. They kind of allowed the Warriors to come down and run 45 to 50 to 55 seconds off the clock each time down. And I said luckily that for the Colts, the Warriors were only 1 out of 8 from the field there in the second quarter, or where they would face more than this 4-point deficit they're looking at right now here at the half.
Yeah, I mean, you're not kidding. It's a good thing they have missed. For the Colts, it's a good thing that the Warriors have missed some wide open looks. It's also, I think going into the second half, we might see a different team, because the games that we did against Zanesville, the game that we did against Riverview to open this tournament, we saw 2 completely different Colt teams. And that Colt team in the first half looked a lot like the Riverview second half team, where they just did not play well. They weren't playing cohesively. They played a little flat. And if to be only down 4 points in the Sweet 16 when you came out flat, that says something about your team.
You know, and I agree with the standpoint that they didn't play well, but I think we need to give some credit to the Warren Warriors.
Absolutely.
Because they are a very well-coached basketball team. They are doing exactly what they wanted to do. They're taking time off the clock, trying to pound the ball down inside to their bigger players. And, again, they were, thank goodness for the Colts, that they were only to make 1 field goal. Now, the other thing that surprises me looking at the stats, ball a hole and draw fouls, they did not go to the free throw line in the first half. And that's very uncharacteristic for them.
Yeah, I think coming out in the second half, I mean, Warriors are already out here. Coach Tolzda having a bit longer discussion with his team. I mean, he's got to get them ready. He's got to get them amped up, get them ready for the second half. I think he might draw up a play, maybe to get the ball inside, try to get them at the free throw line. When you see that ball go through the hoop, there's something about it.
I got a feeling he's lighting a fire under his players right now, and letting them know, because they start 3 seniors, and letting them know if they don't want their season to end here tonight at Southeastern, that they've got 16 minutes to come out and put on a little better performance than what they did the first half.
As they're coming out to warm up for just a few minutes, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have the second half of this Sweet 16 action. Don't go anywhere.
Colts team on a great season. The team at Rogers Company works hard too to earn your business. They inspect, install, and repair all makes and all models of furnaces, humidifiers, and air purifiers. Don't be left out in the cold. Give them a call at 740-685-8677.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable. Choose Doan Ford online at DoanFord.com.
Choose People's Bank. They believe in
working together.
They are the bank that works with you on
building success.
Proud to support our area schools and communities. That's
People's Bank. At People's Bank, we value your success as much as you do. As a local bank, we work alongside you, providing the right tools to help you build your financial future. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
MVHC Urgent Care is for everyone in Guernsey County. You do not have to be an MVHC patient to receive care in the new state-of-the-art medical facility located at 1330 Clark Street in Cambridge. MVHC Urgent Care is open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday 1 to 5. There's no appointment needed, so simply walk into MVHC Urgent Care and get health care without the wait.
We are back for the second half of this Sweet 16 action. Cam Summers here with Mike Plaziak. as we are here to see who can come out on top and make it to the Elite Eight. The Warren Warriors taking on the Colts, lead by 4, 21-17. Warriors have the ball to start the second half. They've switched sides, and here is Chevalier guarded by McCall. And you called it a little bit more intensity from this Colts team to start the second half.
Picking them up just a little bit higher. Oh, nice back screen inside for the Warriors.
As that's a 2-point bucket by...
And to get the ball to the hole like they normally do, and if nothing else, draw fouls.
First free throw is up, and back to the rim, and he gets it to go. That's called shooter's touch. Second free throw coming up. Up, nothing but net. 7 points for Todd. 23-19 the score. As Dennis brings it down slowly. Todd picks him up, and Todd playing a little aggressive. Gets it to Sally as he takes a 15-footer, nothing but net.
Nice little fadeaway jumper that time by Sally.
McCall now drives, kicks to Todd. Thought about a deep three. Gets it over to Webster. Now Todd. Near travel, drives the lane, fouled, and the bucket. He's headed to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
And I think you said it right. He may have gotten away. That might have been a break for the Colts because I think he took an extra step out on top.
He revved his motorcycle.
No call, no damage done.
Well, kickstart to this Colts offense as they're still down 4. Free throw up, cuts it to 3. 10 points here for Todd as he's been a little bit of a spark. Senior coming up big in this second half so far.
He's got all 5 points here for the Colts so far in the third quarter.
Dennis now guarded by Todd. Gets it to Sally. As McCall switches on to him. As backdoor Kurt Taylor. Pass deflected. 5-footer. In and out, no good. Rebound Bumgard. 2-pointer. No good. Rebound Webster coming the other way. McCall gets it to Davis Singleton, who drives on Sally. Kicks to Jake. Jerome Todd. Deep three. No good. Kurt Taylor, the rebound, gets it ahead to Dennis. A little bit of a heat check from Todd.
Say might not have been the best decision right there made by Jerome Todd.
As Dennis trying to get it inside to Bumgard. As Chevalier backing down McCall. Back up top, Chevalier over to Dennis. Guarded by Jake Singleton. As he takes it to the hoop, no good. Sally, offensive rebound, puts it in for 2. Warriors are killing the Colts on offensive rebounds.
That's 3 already here in the third quarter.
As Jerome Todd brings it down, 27-22 the score. As bad pass that time, Jake Singleton trying to get it to Davis Singleton.
Turnover number 4 for the Colts.
As Dennis.
Now they're going to extend it even a little bit farther. Looks like a 1-3, 1-3/4 court trap.
And we've seen this quite a few times.
There it
As
is.
A turnover. McCall comes away with it. Todd, left wing, 3. Back the rim, no good. Sally the rebound. As Dennis comes down. I'm surprised we haven't seen an extended press a little sooner from this Colts team. Dennis drives, blocked by Davis Singleton.
He went straight up that time, got nothing but ball. That was huge.
All the contact there initiated by Seth Dennis. Dennis gets it in. Kurt Taylor, wide open 3. Short. Rebound Jake Singleton. Caught the Colts sleeping, couldn't capitalize.
Good out of bounds play set up there by the Warriors.
As a lot of hand checking there by Chevalier. No call. Webster now swings it to Davis Singleton. Drives baseline, goes up. Layup,
there.
2 points, Davis Singleton. Let's see if that can get him rolling in this one.
Let's hope so.
As they extend once again with a trap, Sally has it across the timeline. Back to Smith, or excuse me, Dennis. Seth Dennis. Todd up top guarding Dennis as we are seeing a Timeout called by the Warriors, 30-second timeout. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Looking to buy land? Do you want 5 acres or more, say up to 50 acres? Bruner Land Company off I-77, Vocational Road, Byesville has land. Buy acreage in Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, and Indiana. Bruner Land Company has 500 tracts of land to choose from and creative financing for buyers. When it's land you want to buy, it's Bruner Land Company you should call. Bruner Land Company, Byesville, off I-77. Give it 685-3064 or go to Bruner Land.
And we are back here at Southeastern High School as we are seeing the Colt fans on their feet going crazy. Colts have a little momentum here. Let's see.
This is probably the most excitement that we've heard so far tonight from the Meadowbrook crowd.
And it's been a close game.
It has been, yes, but it seems like that the Warriors have been in control since the opening tip, because especially the way they're running their offense, taking time off the clock.
Tough left hand finger roll from Dennis. He gets it to go. His first points since the first quarter. As we're going to see Davis Singleton, right wing, crossover to the middle. Tough shot, 2 points, Davis Singleton. A lot of contact, too.
That was a big-time move there by Davis Singleton, the senior.
As Chevalier gets the pass from Dennis. As a near steal is Sally, dangerous behind the back move. Offensive foul, that's a charge. Good charge taken by Drew Webster. Foul on Jake Bumgard. Fans don't like it, but when you lower your shoulder and run a guy over, you're going to get called.
Now we've got both crowds involved in this basketball game. It's taken a while.
All I can say is it's about time. This is playoff basketball. Todd gets it to McCall, guarded by Taylor. Back up top, Todd. As hand check there by Dennis, and Colts fans really getting into it now. So that's going to be a foul, his second on Dennis.
I think that was a good call, just way too much use of the hands out on top by Dennis.
When you see the jersey tug, that may be a foul. McCall gets the inbound into Webster. Up top, Todd. As he's trying to take Dennis off the dribble. Webster, three-pointer. Splash! Two big three-pointers in this game from Drew Webster. We have a tie game, 29-29. Hail Mary pass deflected out of bounds by Davis Singleton. And right now, this Meadowbrook team has all the momentum.
The Colts have come to life. And I tell you what, it all boils around, or it all centers around Davis Singleton. Because here in the last 3 minutes, he has stepped his game up and started taking control of this basketball game.
Chevalier gets it. Back to Dennis. 2:44 left. 29-29, your score in the third quarter. Dennis up top, guarded by Todd. Over to Taylor. Inside, mismatch. 2 points for Bumgard. As Jake Singleton did all he could, but the 6'6" center.
That's a big, strong boy down inside.
Absolutely. 6'6" center puts it in for two. Jerome Todd drives, kicks. Davis Singleton. Up top, McCall. And you hear
Coach Tolza wanted to spread out so they open some driving lanes.
As Todd now gets it to Singleton. Back to Davis Singleton now has it, guarded by Sally. Todd drives, behind the back move.
Almost a double dribble.
McCall, wide open three. Splash! Big bucket there as the Colts take the lead.
That's their first lead of the night.
32-31 as Dennis gets it to Taylor. Now Chevalier thought about a three. Jake Singleton runs him off the line. Dennis now, left wing, driving middle. Tough drive to the hoop. He's going to be called for the foul. Let's see who this one's on. If it's on Davis, it's his third. It is Davis Singleton's third foul. And that's a big foul there.
Let's see what Coach Tolza decides to do here with 1:35 to go in the third quarter. Whether he decides to finish his quarter with Davis or put him on the bench for the remainder of it.
First one up and good from Dennis. Tie ball game, 32-32.
And this is exactly what you'd expect come regional time, Cam.
You don't get here if you're not a fantastic team. Up and good from Dennis as he's got 11 on the night. As looks like Davis Singleton's going to stay in the game. Jerome Todd brings it down. Over to McCall. Trying to get it back to Jerome Todd. Three-pointer. In and out. As rebound, Kurt Taylor. Coming the other way now, Dennis. Picked up by Todd. He gets it over to Sally. Guarded by McCall. 18-footer. No good. Rebound McCall. Bumgard had a hand on it. Looking great pass ahead by McCall. Left-hand layup, no good. Lot of contact, no call. Dennis brings it the other way. Quickly, Taylor. Back to Dennis. Dennis drives. He's got a great first step, I'm telling you.
This has been kind of the point of the first two quarters where the Warriors have tried to hold for the last shot, but not that time.
As Jerome Todd blocks it out of bounds. 37 seconds left in the third. And now, as Coach Maddox might say, you might call play 3.
That's what he's been calling here in this situation, the first two quarters. And that's play number 3 is their little triangle delay out on top. I'd say this is what we're going to see right here.
Yep. They're back in their delay. 25 seconds left in the third. The Warriors lead by 1, 20 seconds. 33-32 in the third. Webster on Dennis, giving him lots of space.
I think Coach Tolza kind of backed him off a little bit. He doesn't want him to pick him up too high, which would create an open lane to the basket.
As 3 seconds left, trying to get it inside. Step back 3, no good from Sally. That does it for 3 quarters. Warren Warriors 33, Meadowbrook Colts 32. You are not going to want to go anywhere for this fourth quarter. We'll be right back.
Strike 3, you're out.
Pitchers can throw perfect games. Bowlers can bowl perfect games. But there's no such thing as a perfect church. Churches are made up of imperfect people. People who have had their hearts broken and their dreams shattered. Church is for people who need hope, who need forgiveness, and who need to learn to forgive. Church is for people like you and me. Join us at Stop 9 Church of Christ, 9:30 Sunday morning. The imperfect church where you can find God's perfect love. And celebrate the victory God has won for you.
Bicon Services has helped energy and manufacturing companies around the world compete in the global market for over 50 years. One of the keys to their success and growth is their strong divisions: construction, electrical, manufacturing, and commercial building. These divisions function as specialized business units and more powerfully when combined to provide quality turnkey solutions. Bicon has the experience to meet requirements and schedules for projects great and small. Bicon Services will make it safely happen. Bicon would like to congratulate the Meadowbrook Colts on a great season and good...
Welcome back for the fourth quarter of this Sweet 16 matchup between the Warren Warriors and the Meadowbrook Colts. Warren Warriors lead by 1 heading into the final frame, 33-32. But the Colts have the ball as Davis Singleton is going to get it. The inbound picked up full court by Sally as he gets it to Jake Singleton. Wide open 3, splash, Jonah McCall! 35-33, 7:42 left in the fourth quarter. McCall coming up with a big shot there. Chevalier now right wing.
That's the second 3 he's hit here in the second half. He's really stepped his game up.
Seniors coming through for the Colts. As poked away by Jake Singleton, Chevalier gets it back. Sally thought about a 3. Thought against it. Kurt Taylor, guarded by McCall. We're going to see a timeout here, a full timeout from the Warren Warriors. And with that timeout, we're going to keep it here because this is just, it's too good to send it back for commercials right now, Mike.
I tell you what, you've had some other guys beside the normal culprits for Meadowbrook step it up a little bit here in the second half. You know, as we said, Jonah McCall coming up with 2 huge 3-pointers. Jerome Todd has stepped his game up and scored 5 or 7. I can't remember.
He's got 10 points on the night.
10 on the night, 5 there in the third quarter. So some other guys stepping up because a couple usual key players, the 2 Singleton cousins, just a little off their games tonight. But if you're going to have a good team and expect to advance, those nights are going to happen. Other people have to step up, and so far for the Colts, that's happened.
You are not kidding. The seniors really coming through in the second half. you got to think, Coach Tolsda challenged his seniors at halftime to come out here, put it all on the court.
And another person has gone kind of unnoticed, has been solid so far too.
Absolutely, 2 threes for him on the night, as well as solid defense and rebounding. As now, Dennis has the ball as we're nearing the 7-minute mark. 33-35, the Colts lead the Warriors.
Warriors in an unfamiliar situation here tonight because they've only trailed for just a few seconds.
And gets the foul. Calling it on the floor. It's going to be on McCall. And fans are wanting the and one, but I think that's the correct call.
It was, yeah. Definitely took another dribble or two after the call was made.
Sally gets the inbound. As screened by Chevalier. Chevalier gets it back, guarded by Jake Singleton, driving baseline. Tough shot.
Wow.
Somehow floats in the air and gets it to go. Nice bucket from Chevalier.
Good defense that time by Jake Singleton, but better offense by Chevalier.
Hand off Webster, up top Todd. Driving left, turning around Webster, back to McCall, inside. Davis Singleton, tough 5-foot fade, no good. Bumgard the rebound. Coming the other way now, Dennis drives. Tough shot, no good. Davis Singleton the rebound, gets it to McCall, who's going to push it to Jerome Todd, who's driving the lane. Finger roll, no good. Tipped out by Webster. Sally comes away with it. Now Dennis has it. As Dennis is going to look inside for the mismatch. As Sally is guarded by Jake Singleton. And he drives on Davis Singleton, misses, gets his own rebound, up 2 points. Dennis. And just like that, the Warriors take a 2-point lead.
Boy, good intensity that time by Dennis.
Todd swings it to Davis Singleton. McCall, screen by Davis as he takes an 18-footer, gets it to go. 2-pointer from Davis Singleton.
Wide open that time, and Davis Singleton comes through the big hoop from the left or right corner.
As nearly a steal by McCall, Chevalier gets it cross-court past Taylor. Wide open three. Front of the rim, no good. Bumgard gets the offensive board. Knocked out of his hands. Taylor gets it. Tough shot, no good. Good box out, Drew Webster. Ahead, Jerome Todd. 2-on-2. He's going to take it all the way. He's fouled. Oh, almost gets it to go.
That ball was halfway.
He's made some tough and ones this season. That would have been maybe the toughest of them all.
Yes.
As his first free throw up, too strong. As 4:43 left in this one, 37-37 in the fourth quarter.
First missed free throw for the Colts tonight. They're only 3 out of 4.
As second free throw up, he gets that one to go. And Meadowbrook's going to take a timeout. They're going to take a full timeout as well. But like we said before, this is tournament basketball. It's a tight game, 38-37.
We said we won. The game was 40-37. We're looking right now at 38-37 with 4:43 to go. So things have really slowed down. We had a big offensive first quarter, but I tell you, the Colts came out and outscored the Warriors 15-12 in that third quarter to kind of get the momentum on their side.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the way that the Colts have really switched the momentum of this one. They came out in the second half super aggressive, super ready to drive to the hoop, get to the foul line. They haven't got to the foul line a ton, but they've capitalized when they've gotten there.
You know, again, we've talked about before, the things that impressed me about the Colts is they've had some other guys step up tonight. Jake Singleton has not scored since the first quarter, but yet the Colts are up by 1 here with 4:43 to go in the fourth.
And really, that's just a testament to how well-rounded this team is.
And we've said that all along, though, and that's one of the things that really impresses me about this group is they've got a lot of key cogs that can do a lot of things to beat you. So it looks like the Colts are going to come out maybe here in that 1-3-1 three-quarter court trap that has given the Warriors a little bit of problem here the few times that they've used it.
As Taylor has it, gets it back over to Dennis. 4:30 left in the fourth. Meadowbrook leads by 1. Dennis guarded by Jake Singleton. Nice hesitation move getting and blocked by Davis Singleton. Back up top, Dennis getting it inside off the rim. Turnover. McCall comes away with it. They've got a 3-on-2 ahead. Jake Singleton. Tough shot.
There
2 points, Jake Singleton. As coming the other way now, Dennis. Colts lead by 3, 40-37. Inside Sally. Ooh, May got away with the travel. No good on the shot. Webster the rebound. That Colt crowd going crazy.
Momentum right now is definitely in favor of the Colts. Up by 3 with the basketball, 3:45 to go.
As Davis Singleton gets called for the travel. He crossed it over, lost the handle, and then got bumped and traveled.
They might got a little bump from Sally that time too. That wasn't called. They called a travel.
A pretty hardy bump. So they're going to switch out basketballs, as that one must have had some perspiration on it, which may have been why Singleton on the crossover lost the handle.
That's just turnover number 5 against the Colts here tonight.
3:40 left in the fourth, 37-40, as the Warriors have the ball. Chevalier, right wing, gets it over to Taylor. Dennis, driving baseline, scoop pass, gets it inside and the bucket. That's going to be Bumgard for 2.
Boy, what a nice dribble penetration along the baseline that time by Dennis, and hit a wide open Bumgard. And I tell you what, he was bumped pretty good. Big and one opportunity here for the Warriors to get this game tied back up again.
As Bumgard at the line knocks it down, as we're going to see another timeout. And with that timeout, we're going to keep it here, but we're going to give a shout out to our sponsors tonight: Schaefer Insurance, Rogers Company, Surgeon Construction, Bicon Services, and People's Bank in Cambridge Place. And if you want to advertise your business on ABC Communications, give Ray Shriver or Sarah Irvin a call at 740-432-5605.
Best team for the whole game. Right now, you only have to be the best team for the last 3 minutes and 23 seconds of this basketball game.
It's 0-0.
It is. You just have to outscore them for the last 3 minutes and 23 seconds, and you're moving on to the regional finals on Saturday.
Colts have the ball. Todd to inbound. Webster in the backcourt with him. As Webster's going to bring it down. Looks like a little bit of token pressure perhaps from Warren. As Todd gets it to Webster. Up top, Jake Singleton. Over to Todd. Back to Webster up top. By half court. As Colts are fine, it's a tie ball game. You can run a little time.
And you've got the basketball.
As Webster getting a screen from Singleton drives. And they're going to call a travel on Drew Webster. That's an interesting call. I couldn't quite see it from over here. It looked like he lost the handle on the ball.
He did. I tell you what, though. I think he got a little over-aggressive that time and tried to force things. They were doing a nice job being patient out on top. That really wasn't necessary.
As we're going to see Dennis drive. 15-footer. Back of the rim. No good. 2 Warriors go for it. Shot blocked by Webster as Taylor has it. And that's 2 times on that possession where, as a coach, you love the effort going for the loose ball, but man.
I tell you what, the Colts are contesting every shot that the Warriors are making down inside.
As Todd has it now. Gets it over to Webster. Up top, Jake Singleton, wide open 3. Splash! 10 points on the night for Jake Singleton. None bigger than that bucket right there.
And the first point since the first quarter for Jake.
As nearly a turnover there by Dennis as he gets it over to Taylor, back to Dennis. As he takes it inside, trying to draw the foul. Somehow gets it to roll in. So that's 15 points for Dennis. Tough shot. I like the no foul call there because he initiated all the contact.
He did.
As poked away from Davis Singleton. Coming the other way now, the Warriors. Dennis drives. Tough shot, no good. Jake Singleton the rebound. He's coming the other way. as he's going to bring it back out with a 1-point lead in 1:30. We're going to see a timeout from the Colts. And with that timeout, we want to thank some more of our sponsors. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company, Emery Heating and Cooling, B&B Body Shop and Towing, WB Green Insurance, as well as Muskingum Valley Health Center. Once again, man, 1:27 left. Colts have the ball and the lead. They are in no hurry. They might run a triangle delay here.
I just was wondering that because, and also the Warriors only have 3 team fouls called against them so far in the second half. So it's going to be 4 more fouls before Meadowbrook gets sent to the free. So they've got the opportunity to take some time off this clock here. Now it'll be interesting to see what the veteran coach Blaine Maddox from Warren decides to do defensively. I mean, you can't allow them to run too much clock here, right? Put everything in the hands the last few seconds. So
it's also tough because you don't want to put such a good free throw shooting team on the line.
But if Meadowbrook's able to hold the ball against the pressure of the Warriors, they may have no other opportunity but to put the Colts at the line.
Yeah.
And so far this evening, the Colts are 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. And of all the games we've done so far, that is by far the fewest free throw attempts we've seen a Colt team make.
Yeah, for sure. And what are the free throws, if you don't mind? Do you have that for Warren?
9 out of 11.
So both teams shooting very well from the stripe.
Exactly.
So either team at this point find it with a free throw shooting contest as Jake Singleton gets the inbound. As he's going to get bumped, no foul called, and swung over to Jerome Todd. McCall now near half court, picks it up. He gets it over to Jake Singleton again. There's going to be a foul. That's only the team's 6th. Next one is in the bonus. That one's going to be on Kurt Taylor, his 2nd. As the Colts are going to have a side inbound once again. As Jake Singleton gets it and drives. As they're going to have a little bit of a scrum on the floor for the ball. Still loose. Warriors come away with it. Sally all the way. 2-point layup. Under a minute left. As the Colts trail by 1. 50 seconds left in this one. Todd up top, driving. Taking it to the line. Blocking foul. 2. And these Warrior fans are not happy about that.
They're not happy with that one. Definitely a lot of contact that right there, but they're saying that the Dennis didn't have good enough established position.
They're going to call that one on Kurt Taylor. Couldn't quite get there in time. Bang, bang play for sure. Could have went either way. Went in favor of the Colts in this one.
And they're calling that a 2-shot foul.
As at the line, shooting the free throw is Jerome Todd.
And I believe he's 3 for 4 from the free throw line so far this evening.
As his first one is up, nothing but net. 12 points on the night, Jerome Todd, as he has stepped up in the second half. 46 seconds in the fourth, 44-44 your score. Second free throw from Todd up, short. Tie ball game. Dennis has it. 40 seconds left.
Now let's see what the Warriors decide to do here, where they're going to try to hold it for a last shot.
As Taylor now has it, looks like they're got. As Dennis guarded by McCall. As Dennis dribbling it up top, gets it to Taylor. 15 seconds on the clock. Tie ball game. Warriors have the ball, and they're going to call a timeout with 11.5 seconds left in this one. They look like they're trying to hold for the last shot.
What a good job that time by the off-ball defenders for the Colts, not allowing that pass to be made. This is what you want. You know, you're in a regional. You've got 11.5 seconds to go. Tie basketball game. Who's going to be the hero? You know, both of these teams very deserving of coming out of here with a win tonight. And for somebody, it's going to be a very heartbreaking defeat because both teams have played their heart out from the opening tip here tonight.
Not kidding. One thing the Colts might want to watch for is an offensive rebound putback. They've given up a few of those tonight. So you got to make sure, like we said in the pregame, one and done.
One and done, right.
So
even if you don't get a shot opportunity, the last thing you want to do is give Warren that second opportunity off a missed shot. And the other thing that they've kind of hurt Meadowbrook with a couple times tonight is the back screen away from the ball. So they've got to make sure defensively they communicate with each other, not allowing a Warrior to break wide open under the basket.
And all of the fans over here on their feet. As Taylor to inbound, gets it to Dennis. 8 seconds. Dennis drives. Turnaround, fader from 15, air ball. They're going to say out of bounds with 1 second left. They're going to say Braden Sally. I think he got a little bit of a nudge, but Colts are going to have the ball.
Even if they would have called a foul in that situation, the Colts have only had 3 called against them. He wasn't going to go to the free throw line anyway.
No.
The only difference it makes now, they would have had the ball out of bounds under their own basket with 1.1 to go with an opportunity maybe to tip in at the buzzer. But it'll be, I'm curious to see what Coach Tolza has in mind here, whether you go ahead and risk a full court pass, and if it's not touched and goes out of bounds, then the ball goes back to Warren under their own basket on overtime.
Another quick shout out to our sponsors, Rogers Company, Surgeon Construction, B&B Body Shop and Towing, Bicon Services, People's Bank, Cambridge Place, and Emory Heating and Cooling. Big thanks to all of our sponsors. There's 1.1 seconds left in this one as Davis Singleton, the quarterback, is going to get it in to McCall, who isn't going to get it off in time, and he's going to hit the volleyball net that's hanging from the rafters. Doesn't count anyway. Bonus basketball.
Gotta love it.
Since we've got a little bit of bonus basketball, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance as you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Schaefer Insurance on Wheeling Avenue today in downtown.
And welcome back to bonus basketball. You're here with Cam Summers and Mike Palaziak at Southeastern High School, home of the Panthers, for this Sweet 16 matchup, the regional semifinal. Meadowbrook Colts taking on the Warren Warriors. And my goodness, we thought the first game was good.
This is awesome.
This is just awesome.
What a well-played game. I said both teams playing their hearts out. Both coaches doing a nice job setting up situations, giving their kids opportunities. So we get 4 more minutes of this, Cam.
As another tip, as Davis Singleton and Sally, as Colts will get the tip. As Todd brings it down the court. Picked up by Dennis. Gets it to Davis Singleton. Up top, Webster. Now Todd picked up by Dennis. As Todd drives, gets a step, fouled. No good on the bucket, going to the line for 2 more free throws.
Nice job attacking a basket that time by Jerome Todd.
And that's 4 fouls on Dennis.
That's huge because he is the straw that stirs the drink for the Warriors.
He's the heart and soul of this Warriors team. First free throw up, knocks it down. Clutch free throw there, Jerome Todd. As it scores 44-45, Colts lead 3:38 in overtime. Second free throw up, in front of the rim, rattles it in. As coming the other way now are the Warriors. As Jerome Todd picks up that little bit of pressure, that 1-3-1. Now they drop back into a matchup man-to-man. Dennis, guarded by McCall. And now over to Sally, now back to Dennis. 3:10 in overtime. Colts lead by 2, 46-44. Sally trying to get it inside to Bumgard. Back up top, Taylor. Dennis, left wing. Inside to Bumgard, guarded by Webster. Tough bank shot, gets it to go on a spin move fade bank shot.
That was a big time shot there by Bumgarn. He had a difficult angle, was able to use the glass to get it to go.
46-46, 2:39. As driving, kicking, McCall now has it. Jake Singleton drives baseline, fade away from 15, air ball, Sally the rebound. Not quite the shot Coach Tolsda was probably looking for. Degree of difficulty,
but
extreme.
When Jake feels that you don't want to tell him, though, that it's a bad shot.
Absolutely.
He's made a lot of those this year.
Chevalier over to Taylor. Guarded by Davis, Singleton drives, blocked. Jerome Todd, the rebound, gets it ahead, McCall. He's gonna get it to Jake Singleton, left corner three, splash!
That's why you can't say that last shot was a bad shot, because you want that young man to keep his confidence.
Timeout, Warren. And Coach Tolsda and that Meadowbrook crowd is fired up. And why wouldn't you be? What a shot there by Jake Singleton.
This is huge because you've got a three-point lead right now, and the Warriors have only made one three-point shot the entire night. So you almost feel like this is definitely a two-possession game at this point in favor of the Colts.
Yeah. Colts scoring tonight. Jerome Todd coming out in this second half in overtime. He's got 9 points in the second half in overtime, really stepping up his game in this one.
And we just mentioned there in the fourth quarter that Jake Singleton had outscored since the first quarter, and that's the second big-time shot we've seen him make since we made that statement. Maybe we should have made that a long time ago.
That may be. And good stat keeping by Bill Kassler,
That's
who's
right.
also here tonight. Want to give a big shout out to Felter doing a great job for us. We got Chris Stewart here on camera, Adam Green directing, and down on the court with the best seat in the house, John Clark has got our floor cam sponsored by MVHC.
We've got the whole crew here tonight, Cam.
I'm telling you,
this is awesome.
We brought everybody. We wanted to give our fans the best product possible. If you're listening on 107.9, 98.5, Nash Icon or YRP TV, Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. Colts lead 49-46, a minute 46 left. Warriors drive, Chevalier fouled off the front of the rim. He's going to the line for two. And if you're the Colts, you don't want to give up points with the clock stopped.
Might have bailed him out a little bit that time because that was a tough shot. I'm not sure he'd been able to get that to go anyway. But Chevalier will go to the line here, shooting two.
As Chevalier at the line, first one. Up, in and out. No good.
Only the third miss from the free throw line this evening for the Warriors.
As Chevalier approaches the stripe once again. It's up, no good. Rebound, battered around, diving for it, Sally. Sally knocks it out of bounds. Colts will get the ball. Chevalier not happy about the call, but it was the right
call.
And two big missed free throws there. As Josh Welch coming back into the game here for Jake Bumgard. As a little full court press now. Colts now trying to break it. Todd back and forth with Jake Singleton. Jake's going to get it across the timeline. And a timeout by Tolsda. And Jake picked it up right across half court in that corner. Worst possible place.
That's the one place you tell your players not to pick the basketball up in. I think Coach Tolsda sensed that Jake might be in a little bit of a problem right there in that corner and wisely called a timeout to prevent a possible turnover.
Another shout out going to our sponsors, Schaefer Insurance, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company, as well as People's Bank, Bicon Services, B&B Body Shop and Towing, and Rogers Company. Big thanks to all our sponsors. Big thanks to all of our listeners as well.
What a fun evening this has been. I tell you what, we saw the ending of a very good basketball game earlier on. And that's who the winner of this one will play here again at Southeastern High School Saturday at 3 o'clock.
So, minute 29 left. Meadowbrook Colts 49. Warren Warriors 46. We are in overtime here at Southeastern High School. Cam Summers here with Mike Plasiak. And Colts are going to have the ball after they took a timeout.
And Cam, it's going to come down to, like you tell your kids all season long, you've got to take care of the basketball, you've got to rebound, and you've got to make free throws.
As McCall gets the inbound pass ahead to Webster. Layup no good. Oh, Webster takes it back. Rebound by Welch. Webster just reached in and ripped it out of his hands. As a bad pass from Todd, Kurt Taylor jumps the passing lane. He's going to take it, forces it to Dennis. Airballs the three. Scrapping on the floor. Davis Singleton comes away with it. Webster now has it as they get it to Jake Singleton. Under a minute left. Oh, nice crossover from Jake Singleton as he gets it to Webster. As Webster gets it back to Davis Singleton, who's going to be fouled. As we're going to see a technical foul on Jerome Todd. And that is a terrible move. Jerome Todd, what are you thinking?
Oh, my goodness.
We see Welsh right there. Josh Welsh get the foul on Davis Singleton, and he inadvertently bumps into Jerome Todd.
And said something to him, but that's not the response you can have in that situation.
Not at all.
Because right now, you've got the game firmly in grasp. You're 50 seconds away from the regional finals, and hopefully that's not what cost the Colts to advance.
If the Warriors come back and win because of this, my goodness. Wow.
You've got to keep a cool head.
And during football season, we saw him not keep a cool head a couple times, get a couple personal fouls. That's the first time that I've seen.
And I'm surprised. I actually thought Davis Singleton was the one that got fouled. Jerome Todd to the free throw line.
As free throw up, no good. And heading the other way, because that was a 1-and-1 opportunity.
And now you're going to see two free throws here by Seth Dennis.
And they'll get the ball.
And the Warriors will retain possession of the basketball.
50 seconds left in this one. In overtime, Dennis, no good at the free throw line.
That was unexpected, because I tell you what, if I was a Warrior fan, I would think that would be the person I would want to see at the free throw line.
Absolutely.
In this situation.
As second free throw up. No good! Wow! 4 consecutive missed free throws from the Warriors.
The Colts get a break there. But the Warriors will retain possession. They'll take the ball out of bounds at half court. 50 seconds to go. The Colts lead 49-46.
Dennis has the ball as picked up by Todd. Kurt Taylor, wide open three. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Bumgard, 2 points. Jake Bumgard, as there's going to be a timeout, I believe. Let's see, there's a whistle, which is a real bummer because Davis Singleton had a nice pass to McCall. It would have been a wide open layup. 36 seconds left. They are going to warrant a timeout to the Warriors.
I think the question now becomes, did he ask for the timeout before the ball was inbounded?
And officials are going to say he did.
I guess that's all that matters in this situation. That's the call that they're making. So the Colts up 1, 49-48 with the basketball. 36.2 seconds to go.
And if you're the Warriors, the guy I might want to try to foul is Jerome Todd. Get in his head. You've proven you already are in his head.
You are in his, exactly. And he stepped to the free throw line, just missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Of course, there are 9 fouls against the Warriors, so whoever gets fouled here is going to get 2 free throws.
Makes me wonder how he might react if he got fouled again.
Well, I said the Warriors had their opportunity right there. obviously, Dennis, their best free throw shooter, because in a technical situation, the coach has the option to pick whoever he wants to shoot the 2 free throws. And I don't think anybody in this gym would have thought he'd have missed both of them.
No way. As the Colts are going to have the ball, they have to go the length of the court. Warriors are going to press situation here. 36.2 left in this one. 49-48, Colts over the Warriors. Davis Singleton to inbound. As he can run the baseline, he gets it into Jake Singleton, who is fouled. And of anyone, you're going to send to the guy.
And that's exactly, I think, what Coach Blaine Maddox is telling Kurt Taylor over there at the sideline. That was the last guy we wanted to send to the free throw line.
If he got the ball, you got to think in that huddle, he said, hey, if Jake Singleton gets the ball, make him get rid of it.
And make him give it up, because you've got 35 seconds, plenty of time left on the clock.
Jake Singleton at the line. Splash. Nothing but net on the first. 2-point game, 50-48. As second free throw coming up for Jake. In and out, no good. Kurt Taylor the rebound. A lot of missed free throws here down the stretch by both teams, as Smith picked up by Webster. Taylor gets it to Sally. Over to Dennis, 3-point shot. Splash! 14 seconds left. Colts trail by 1, 10. As he's going to be fouled. Oh my! Jake Singleton going to the line for 2 free throws foul, that time on Dennis Petty. What are you doing, Dennis Petty?
I don't know. Of course, we're going to find out if it was a good foul or not. But I think if he gets by Petty, he's got a 2-on-1. They may have had an uncontested layup down here at the other end.
As Jake Singleton at the line, can he come up clutch? First one up, nothing but net, barely even touches the net. Tie ball game, 8 seconds left. Second free throw coming up. Up, clutch, free throws. Jake Singleton knocks it down, coming the other way. Dennis, 1-point lead, 5 seconds left. Dennis trying to get a tough shot off. Sally travels! 2 seconds left. Colts get the ball up by 1.
And took the extra step right there. Good call by the official. Sally just a little too quick.
As Davis Singleton to inbound here. As he gets it inbound to Jerome Todd. As time will expire. Colts are moving on. Colts are moving on.
Unbelievable ending to a great basketball game. What a huge win by Meadowbrook.
Meadowbrook comes away with an overtime victory. Better than this. Wow, what a game from here at Southeastern High School in Chillicothe. We're going to step aside, get some statistics put together. We're going to be right back after this.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile creation, the Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full discount.
Visit a Lashley Tractor location near you, or visit LashleyTractor.com or call 1-800-LASHLEY.
Surgeon Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch, and we are committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgeon.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgeon Construction. We'll take it from here.
I was sitting in my car, lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door, and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. Build your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge. Don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Black Epperson Funeral Homes want to thank you for a great season. Good luck in tonight's game and beyond. Black Epperson Funeral Homes, Byesville and Senecaville, proud to support our local athletes.
Cambridge Place, located on Deer Path Drive in Cambridge, would like to congratulate Bolts basketball team for making it to the regionals. Cambridge Place offers both assisted living and memory care, so your loved one has every opportunity to keep active, stay involved, and age gracefully. Cambridge Place has chefs that prepare 3 made-from-scratch meals daily, and snacks and beverages are available as desired. Various size apartments are available along with a walkout patio. Call Cambridge Place today at 740-255-5005.
The Rogers Company congratulates the Meadowbrook Colts team on a great season. The team at Rogers Company works hard too to earn your business. They inspect, install, and repair all makes and all models of furnaces, humidifiers, and air purifiers. Don't be left out in the cold. Give them a call at 740-685-8677.
MVHC Urgent Care is for everyone in Guernsey County. You do not have to be an MVHC patient to receive care in the new state-of-the-art medical facility located at 1330 Clark Street in Cambridge. MVHC Urgent Care is open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday 1 to 5. There's no appointment needed, so simply walk into MVHC Urgent Care and get health care.
And welcome back. What a finish. I'm Cam Summers with Mike Plaziak. Colts come out on top in this Sweet 16 game, 52-51. Before we get into our post game, I want to give a shout out once again to WB Green Insurance, Emery Heating and Cooling, Surgent Construction, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company, Cambridge Place, and Schaefer Insurance. And my goodness, what a game.
Wow. How can you sum up? I tell you what, so many huge plays down the stretch there. You know, just when you thought one team really had control of the basketball game, was going to come out the winner, something seemed to take place on the court and kind of swung the momentum the other way. That was just an awesome high school basketball game. It's really a shame somebody had to leave here, a loser, because those were 2 very even basketball teams on the court here tonight.
You're not kidding. Let's be real. That's the toughest game that this Colts team has had in weeks.
Without a doubt. And they came out on top. Now they're going to have their hands cut out, work cut out for them again on Saturday. But, boy, coming off an emotional win like this, you got to think that they're in a good spot to take on the Sales here on Saturday afternoon.
Absolutely. I mean, coming off such an emotional victory, you got to make sure that you can ride that emotional high into the next game and not become, content with this victory. You got to stay hungry.
Oh, I know. And you only really get this evening and part of tomorrow to kind of enjoy it, because you need to go back to work tomorrow because you've only got one day to prepare for a very good DeSales team. And you talk about the end of that basketball game, what a huge 3 that Seth Dennis makes at one end. You think, okay, the Warriors have control of this, and then the foul that was made, by Petty against Jake Singleton at midcourt. Jake goes cool as a cucumber, goes to the free throw line and makes both free throws, and then the travel right here in front of at midcourt, which was definitely a travel.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody has any complaints about that. The young man just got too sped up, was too anxious to make something happen. And, man, what a big-time win here tonight for the Colts.
Now let's do some individual stats for scoring. We'll start with Warren. The Warriors scoring, Kurt Taylor had 5 points. Josh Welsh had 4. Joel Chevalier chipped in 7. Jake Bumgard had 9. Braden Sally had 8. And leading the way once again for the Warriors was Seth Dennis. And that man, a senior, played phenomenal tonight. Really, tip my hat off to him. He had 4 fouls for much of that the end of the fourth quarter and all of overtime. So very good job by him to not foul out, to play smart. He had a very fantastic game.
He played a great game, and I'm sure in his mind he's never going to forget those 2 free throws he missed when he was at the line and shooting those 2 technical free throws. I mean, what a difference. But, that's something he'll live with for a long time.
Absolutely. On the other side, the Meadowbrook Colts, Drew Webster had 6 points, including a bank 3 in the first half and a swished 3 in the second half. So 2 3-pointers for 6 points for Drew Webster. Davis Singleton, 6 big points in the second half. He finishes with 6, but his energy in that second half really picked up. He played much better in that second half. 10 points for Jonah McCall, including 2 huge threes to shift the momentum when they hadn't had the lead at all. Just shifted that momentum.
Well, we saw him come out, I think it was a Riverview game, when they really needed something to happen. He stepped his game up and made 3 threes that game down the stretch. So big effort there by the senior.
Jerome Todd, the senior, had 14 points. He came up huge, almost had a grave mistake, almost cost the Colts the game. But his buddy Jake Singleton with 16 points comes in and says, I got you, bud. I'll knock down these free throws and take us out on top.
You know what amazes me about Jake every time I watch him play? You know, he just does things so effortlessly. And you don't realize he has as many points you do until you start totaling things up at the end of the game. I mean,
he's so calm.
There's a young man that didn't score from the first quarter until like late in the fourth quarter, ends up with 16 points and 2 huge free throws with 8.6 seconds to go.
Yes, he missed 1 free throw but came back. You know, after you miss a free throw, you're like, man, I should have hit that. It might get in your head. Not with this kid.
Not Jake. No, he comes back and gets nothing but net on the 2 free throws that actually win this basketball game.
You know what the end of this game reminded me of is the end of the Cambridge game with Meadowbrook. The end of the Cambridge game, Jake Singleton stepped to the line, knocked 2 free throws down to win by 1. This is the second time he's done that. Ice in his veins, only a junior. That's scary for the MVL to see him coming back.
He's one of those kids, too, that fills up a stat line. Not only does that, he gets about 6.5 rebounds a game, 5 assists per game, and shoots his percentage. He's a little over 50% from the field and like 44% shooting from the three-point arc.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal.
He's a special kid, that's for sure. Once again, I want to give a big thanks to all our sponsors. One more time, Schaefer Insurance, Rogers Company, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company, Emery Heating and Cooling, Surgeon Construction, B&B Body Shop and Towing, Bicon Services, WB Green Insurance, People's Bank, Muskingum Valley Health Center, Cambridge Place. And I also want to thank all you guys watching tonight. We couldn't do it without you guys. You guys are the reason we're able to get sponsors, get this game on for free for you guys. Thanks for tuning in on YRP TV on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're listening on the radio, we really appreciate that too. 107.9, 98.5 Nash Icon. We have a great crew here. Want to give a big thanks to everybody here. Bill Kassler getting some stats for us. Going to be writing news for this, so keep an eye out for that story coming on yourradioplace.com. You got Chris Stewart manning the camera. John Clark with the best seat in the house down on the floor cam presented by MVHC. Adam Green directing things here tonight. Mike Plaziak, it's been a phenomenal time here. We got a good first game, and we got a phenomenal game.
We were asking for a similar type game, Cam. We got a better game the second one than what we saw the first one. So two teams pressed to the limit will face each other at 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. And
we'll be here.
We will be here. That's the best part about it. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Me too. That does it for us here tonight. For everyone at AVC Sports, your final tonight, Meadowbrook 52, Warren 51. Meadowbrook moves on to the Elite Eight. We'll be here Saturday, 3 p.m. Mark it on your calendars. Tune in and enjoy what should be another awesome game. I'm Cam Summers for Mike Plaziak and the rest of the AVC crew. That does it. Have a great rest of your evening.
High school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Schaefer Insurance, the Rogers Company, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company, Emery Heating and Cooling, Surgeon Construction, B&B Body Shop and Towing, Bruner Land Company, the Farmers and Merchants Bank, Black Epperson Funeral Home, Bicon Services, WB Green Insurance, People's Bank, Doan Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Cambridge Place, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. This has been a presentation of ABC Communications.